They'll make their way down to the My Race Pass starting zone. And race fans, the first Malvern Bank main event here at Scotland County Speedway is officially all systems go here at Memphis. Green is up, we're underway. Chad Simpson nails the takeoff from the inside. He'll slide up and keep the lead off of turn 2 as the field storms down the backstretch for the first time. Andrew Kosinski trying to pull even with Simpson through 3 and 4. Down to the line here on the opening lap. It'll go to the 25 and Chad Simpson. Andrew Kosinski rides to that second spot early on as Dylan Thornton works his way to the 3rd position. And now Jesse Savinger, your Skyline Materials lucky 6th place starter, already starting to fade early. Savinger starting to fall back as Tim Ward was able to get by him for position. Jason Haney just about took a spot from Savinger as well. Meanwhile, we'll turn our attention back up front as Andrew Kosinski and Dylan Thornton, they're starting to wage war for the 2nd spot. Thornton able to nose ahead of Kosinski for the silver medal spot as they enter turn 3. Tight race here in the early going for the 2nd spot between Andrew Kosinski and Dylan Thornton. Give it to Dilly Dilly as they cross the line. Dylan Thornton, your number 1 qualifier earlier tonight, has the 2nd spot. And now Jesse Savinger starts to recover. He's able to get back around Tim Ward and now get past the 15 Emma Shane DeMay. Now Savinger will set his sights on Dallin Murdy. That is for the 7th spot as they come off of turn number 4. Direction that is for 6. Savinger holds down the 7th spot for the time being. Dallin Murdy in his Malvern Bank Series debut. Same goes from the 50 of Caden Klatt. Klatt right now running in that 5th position in car number 50. And trouble for the defending series champion, Andy Eckridge, has taken the 56 to the infield. His race is done early. Only 4 laps in, and Andy Eckridge calls it a night. A heartbreaker here on the opener for the defending series champion. Meanwhile, up front, Chad Simpson continues to have his way, but it's a slim advantage over Dylan Thornton. Simpson in that Longhorn chassis, number 25, looking good at the front of the pack with Dylan Thornton up. Thornton starting to swap strategies here as he goes to the outside of turn number 4. High in 3 and 4, and then he goes to the bottom in 1 and 2. That seems to be the game plan for the 38 team. Meanwhile, Jesse Savinger waging war with the 99X to Dallin Murdy, Team Crazy, and the Game Changer going at it for the 5th spot as Caden Klatt starting to fade a couple spots back. Simpson, meanwhile, has gone down to the bottom through 1 and 2. He's going to block that line from Thornton. Maybe trying to do the same thing that Thornton is doing. Indeed it is. Simpson going to the high side in 3 and 4, and then to the bottom in 1 and 2. Lapse traffic here is now going to play a factor. First back marker will be the 99D of Darrell DeFrance. Simpson and Thornton have caught the tail end of the field. This is where Thornton is playing to his advantage. Simpson and Thornton will go to the high side to get around the slower car of DeFrance. Meanwhile, close combat action between Jesse Savinger and CJ Horn. The two got together on the back straightaway, but Savinger able to take the spot away from Horn. Jesse Savinger now up to the 4th spot. Great run there from Team Crazy. This is still picking up here as we're now 10 laps in. Make that 11 laps in as Simpson crosses the line, but Thornton continuing to hound him. Here goes Thornton to the outside of 1 and 2 now. Down the back straightaway they go. Simpson blocks the line. Thornton going to cross the beams down into turn 3. Thornton with the slide job through 3 and 4. This is for the lead off of turn 4. Coming down to the line. Will you have a new leader? Yes, you do. Dylan Thornton now shows the way with 18 laps to go. This one's not over yet. Simpson going to keep Thornton within striking distance, and now Thornton is now caught behind the slower car. Oh, goodness. Chad Simpson also in the line of fire of lap traffic. This is where Simpson can play it back into his favor as they head to turn 1. Thornton threads the needle. He'll slide the lap car of Glenn Denning, and now Simpson still has to clear the 33. Dylan Thornton continues to run roughshod here, trying to win the season opener for the East Series for the 2nd year in a row. He won at Stewart last year and now trying to win it here at Scotland County. Here comes Chad Simpson, a good run off of turn 2. Can he get the drop he needs on Thornton? This time by will be halfway done. 15 in, 15 left in our main event at Scotland County. It's been clean and green so far the entire distance. Dylan Thornton, your race leader. Chad Simpson runs second. Third at the line right now is Dallin Murdy over Andrew Kaczynski and Jesse Salving. That's your top 5. Then CJ Horn, Jake Neal, Charlie McKenna, Caden Platt, and Shane DeMay in the top 10. A lot of great racing in the back half of the top 10 as Jake Neal able to take the 6th spot away from CJ Horn. McKenna is there. Tim Ward and Caden Platt all right there. A great battle there. Meanwhile, Jesse Salving trying to set his sights on Andrew Kaczynski for the 4th position. And now here in the back of the top 10, and things are starting to thin out a bit. But now Shane DeMay starting to lose ground. DeMay only down that 11th spot for the time being. And he's got company in the form of Jason Haney and Jacob Hopshine. But up front, Chad Simpson. No lap traffic between himself and your leader, Dylan Thornton. Thornton going back to the bottom into turn 1 and trying to get around Fred Remley. Fred Remley in that 42 machine, that is lap traffic. Thornton is right up beside him. Chad Simpson hanging on to that 2nd position, but now Simpson back to the top side. That's where lap traffic is. The laps continue to wind down here. 11 laps to go here for Thornton. And Simpson trying to keep it a close battle. Thornton trying everything in his power to run away and hide right now, trying to put the 58 of Dave Eckridge down the lap. But Chad Simpson not letting him get away as Thornton puts a slide job working on Dave Eckridge for the lap traffic. He will do so. Dylan Thornton will lead with 10 laps to go. The action still picking up here as we enter the closing stages here at Scotland County. Jason Haney now. He's been in a tight battle with Tim Ward for that 9th spot. Right now, teed up past the spot over Hollywood as they head to turn 1, but not so fast. Austin Becerra closing in on Haney for the 10th position. Austin Becerra from the B main trying to work his way into his first Malvern Bank top 10 finish. Meanwhile, Dallin Murdy, an excellent run for the Chelsea, Iowa native. He runs 3rd. Dallin Murdy trying to get his first ever top 5 finish with the series in his Malvern Bank maiden voyage. But right now, Dylan Thornton looking good up front. The first Malvern Bank show on this new Longhorn chassis. Looking good on the top shelf. Thornton now with more traffic ahead as Chad Simpson tries to close the gap on him. Thornton trying to put the 10T of Jeff Tharp down the lap. So far not having the best of luck at that. But now Dallin Murdy trying to close in. Well, I say that. Thought he was closing in on Simpson, but that's not the case. Thornton has more lap traffic ahead of him. This is where Simpson can capitalize. Next time around, we will be at the 5 to go mark. Only 5 laps remaining when Thornton and Simpson get back to the line. And now it's time for Simpson to go to work. Thornton, meanwhile, trying to thread between the lap traffic. Thornton leads in, and now here comes Simpson. Simpson with one last charge at it. Pulls right up beside Thornton. It's go time for the 25. Thornton able to fend him off of turn 2 this time. Back into 3. Both drivers with lap cars in front of them. Off of turn number 4. Dylan Thornton, a slim lead. Simpson knocking on heaven's door as they head to turn 1. 4 to go. Great racing here in the closing stages at Scotland County. Dylan Thornton able to keep some distance between himself and the 25 at Chad Simpson. Fred Remley in the 42 takes his machine off the racetrack. His night is done. Meanwhile, the battle remains up front. 3 laps to go. Thornton able to get by Shane DeMay and Jeff Tharp, trying to do the same for CJ Horn. Chad Simpson trying to weave his way through the traffic to stay with Thornton. 2 laps to go. The green flag goes high in the air. 2 more times around the Speedway, and Simpson still has to deal with the dirty air. Dylan Thornton keeping a slim lead over Simpson. But Dallin Murdy, he might be too far back to strike. Thornton able to clear the 0-1 of CJ Horn this time as they come down to take the white flag. Final trip around Scotland County for Dilly Dilly. Thornton, he started his night off right. He was number 1 overall in qualifying, had a solid heat race, and now he'll take it into 3 for the 30th and final time. Dylan Thornton, for the second year in a row, he will take the season opener. Dilly Dilly time here in Missouri. Dylan Thornton wins at Scotland County. Chad Simpson will come home second. Dallin Murdy is third. Jesse Somming will be fourth. And Jake Neal will round out the top 5.